Hi my friends, CA here
with MTK.
And we have something sort of a little unique this time. This is kind of a game, but it's an escape room. An escape room in a box.
It's a puzzle game.
Well, it is the MacGyver the Escape Room Game.
I remember MacGyver. I've seen it.
MacGyver? Okay.
Yeah.
One of my favorite shows where he always found himself in the strangest situation and had to use devices or his thinking and just random stuff that he found to get himself out of the situation. So this makes perfect sense as a game to have the whole MacGyver scenarios that you have to kind of think through. So this box actually contains 5 separate, approximately 1 hour secret missions that you can play certainly as an individual, or you can play with a group of people. It says 1 to 4 people.
Playing with other people definitely makes it easier because there's something that you didn't notice, they may notice it.
And people have different ways of processing stuff. It is designed that once you've played a mission, you're sort of done. You can't sort of save it and put it away. Once you've solved it, you kind of know it, and
yeah,
it's sort of hard to go back and pretend you don't know what the answer is. And 2, there are certainly some of the pieces in each mission that require you to, fold.
Yeah, like a
rip or put holes in order to solve it, and so that makes those pieces not very useful the next time you go to play. In addition to the game pieces that you get in the box, there is also an online interactive website to help you, give you instructions and help guide you through.
So there's 3 difficulties, as you can see on the screen. There's easy, which there is no timer. Medium is you get 75 minutes. Or hard, where you get 45 minutes to solve it.
If you find you're really stumped on a particular challenge, the online site does offer you some hints.
Yeah, it gives you 3 hints and then you can ask for the solution if you still don't understand.
Yes. Challenges themselves are broken into pieces, so it's not like a one challenge. I found some things were pretty straightforward and others were a little more challenging. And the challenges themselves were quite varied, which was good. We're going to go through game
number 3. Shake.
There also comes with this envelope. It's a utility bag, and the purpose of this is you will have some items from previous missions
that will be used in mission 4 and 5.
Yeah, keep it in the bag so you can call upon it for other missions. And these instructions they'll give you the website that you need to go to for the hints and additional information. Open the mission 3 envelope. Remove the following contents. 1 mission folder. 3 envelopes, blue, gray, and red. Mirror from mission 1 is required for this episode, so that we kept in the utility bag. Read the back of the mission folder and begin. When you have completed this step, hit next.
MacGyver has learned through his contacts that this particular factory, claiming to be making harmless condiments, might actually be making explosives. MacGyver must get into the factory undetected to figure out what's really going on and put a stop to it if he can. Begin the mission by opening the blue envelope.
So the instructions are, MacGyver knows that the manufacturing floor is somewhere deep inside the facility, but he needs to know which rooms he can go through undetected. If MacGyver shuts off the power, which rooms, represented by letters, will lose power. Enter the secret code and submit. In the blue envelope, the instruction card, and we also have another card which seems to be this double-sided circuit panel. MacGyver opens the factory alarm panel, so I guess that's what this card is, the alarm panel,
yeah,
to reveal wires leading to different areas in the facility. He needs to reach the manufacturing floor without sounding the alarm. If he trips the power from the panel, which rooms can he go through to get there?
It's from the power. I'm following the wire along and flipping it. And then when I reach a junction, I follow one way. That led to A, so I go back to the junction. And I follow the red wire until I reach another junction, or I reach the letter. Of course I do. I followed the red, and then I went this way, which eventually led to G.
So those are the 2 ones?
No, there's still more.
We're going to enter in the code on the site to see if we're correct.
Yay! MacGyver is able to slide into a side door, run down the hall, jump over some stairs, and hurry past a few rooms full of science equipment before the power turns back on. Tear the first sticker.
So good, we solved that one with MTK's patience flipping that card.
MacGyver lays on the conveyor belt and looks around the room for a phrase reflected in the ketchup to clue him in. Now what does he need to do?
Where to now? MacGyver wonders, seemingly hit a dead end. He decides to take a look around the room. So look, I got tomato vat. Wrong? Every time you guess, you lose time on the clocked version.
Hint.
What?
Use the mirror!
Use the mirror to look around the room. Well, that's what we were doing, so that's not very
That was the
helpful.
instructions. How is that the hint?
Yes.
Let's check out another hint.
Alright.
4 words.
4 words. Well, there you go. Oh, aim at. So if I look at the side of the belt, it says I got aim at, right, on one side of the belt. And if I go on this side, tomato vat. That would be 4 words. So aim at tomato vat.
Yay!
Yay! All
It
right.
only took us 17 hints. Great, MacGyver will have to move quickly before anyone can catch up to him. Open the gray envelope and take off the first sticker.
MacGyver decides to activate the machine. He'll need to figure out how to line up the keys to initiate the machine's start sequence.
Place the key panels on the buttons to find the right configuration to start the machine. Black out the buttons that the keys are covering.
Okay, so here we got a version right here you can use. Start. Yay!
Clanky noise comes from the machine. Open the next sticker.
We solved that one. Now open the next sticker. Something went wrong. Alarms are going off and the machines are in motion. MacGyver turns to see a small bundle of explosives appear on the conveyor belt next to him. These keys look like they're used on both keypads.
It looks like there are different buttons for turning off the machine. Place the keys in a configuration that leaves 5 buttons completely covered. 5 out of the 9 buttons need to be completely covered.
Little piece. Oh yeah, maybe something like that. And then something, no, because that always leaves something. But what if it's this? It's easier for something to... Wrong.
What? What do you mean wrong? That's 5.
I know, but what if I have to switch it?
Are we actually just gonna try every direction?
I don't know, like, seems to make sense, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. No, okay, different configuration. Oh! No, it doesn't work.
Using the keys to arrange them to make a plus sign on the machine.
That's it.
The alarms have stopped, but the belt is
Yay.
still in motion. The
Okay.
explosions have moved to another section. Open the last sticker.
Alright, last sticker. MacGyver needs to quickly reverse the belt. So now we've got another schematic here.
Toggle the levers into the correct position. The green light turns on when the levers are up. The red light turns on when the levers are down. Under the levers, there's an operating guide for the machine. If a lever is down and then goes through a switcher, the light turns green. If a lever is up and goes through a switcher, the light turns red. If anything other than 2 down levers, red lights, goes through a splitter, the output will be a green light.
Oh, so they're trying to flip these in the correct position. Right?
Yeah. Red and green go down, becomes green. Green and green go in, becomes green, goes down over here. Then green and green go in and it becomes green. But we need to make it go backwards, so we have to make it red. I thought we were trying to make it green.
We're gonna make it red. The belt reversed.
But now the explosives are heading into the crusher. Open the red
This is the
envelope.
last envelope, right?
Final puzzle, I believe.
MacGyver needs to think fast to retrieve the explosives in the machine, or tomatoes won't be the only thing getting squashed. The explosives can safely go back into the black spaces on the large wheel. Moving in a clockwise direction on the outside of the large gear, Where should the arrow start to ensure the bomb doesn't get crushed? Find the answer when the arrow touches the outside of the large gear 5 times safely. You successfully grabbed the bomb in time. With some quick maneuvering, Mac was able to dismantle the bomb and get it out of there. Keep the 2 cogs you received in the utility bag envelope for safekeeping between missions. You can now advance to mission 4. That was mission 3 in the MacGyver Escape Room game. So we did it in less time than anticipated. It's pretty much an example of what the other 2 missions we've done are like. It is something that an individual could clearly do on their own, but I really find it's helpful when you have somebody else. You could take turns trying to crack sort of a code. You could have input and try this with working with more than one person. So we've done 3 out of the 5. It's not like they're getting more complex.
They said that the first 3 were the easier ones, and then the
Maybe.
fifth
We'll have to see.
and the 4th one were going to be challenging.
Okay. So I have to say, on my side, I really am a
This
fan.
is fun. I enjoy it.
And I think it's because I like that whole puzzle part, and really the pieces that come in with it too. So the envelopes that you can't reveal, the case file. The whole idea with the case file is you open up a new portion of it each time you complete something. So there's not a lot of pieces. Clearly there was like no setup. There is the internet access to get to the website to get some additional information on it. You don't have to do the timing. I think the first game we played, we didn't use the clock at all because I didn't know what to expect. It does add a little bit more like pressure to solve something when you have a clock ticking, and it does show that on the website how you're progressing, and the fact that if you put in guesses that are wrong, you lose time, only about a minute, so it's not like you lose half hour or something.
Yeah.
Great game if you're looking for something a little different, an activity that you could do as a family, really get people thinking differently, cooperating. And I like the fact too that it's the individual game, so you could clearly just go from game to game to game to game to game like in an afternoon, or as we've done.
We've kind of spread out the games. Overall, I really like it. I love puzzle games in general. I think they're a lot of fun.
If you have, kids or maybe interested in escape room, so this is something you can kind of give that experience of escape room for like kids, or as I said, the family as a whole. It is ages 12 and up. That would be one of the drawbacks with multiple people, depending on who in the family is playing. Some things require an individual to do it, and then the other people are just sort of observing or providing input but not actually doing it. Then you may kind of easily get distracted and frustrated with the game because you're not doing it. Set limits as like you have 3 tries on something and move it to the next person, so it doesn't feel like one person's dominating it when you do it as a group. Looking forward to trying the next 2 missions. You can find us here on Friday talking about games or family activities like this escape room type of game.
If you like this content, make sure to tell us that by leaving a thumbs up. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when more content like this is uploaded. And until next time.
To beam out. Boo!